Over 430 Ogun State indigents purportedly laid off by the federal government over 3 years ago under the federal government teachers scheme have been absorbed into the Ogun State Universal Basic Education. Executive Secretary of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Mr. Ajibola Muftau, said this is part of the state government's efforts at strengthening education development in the state. He, however, asked the lucky teachers to rededicate themselves to service in the overall interests of people of the state. Now, members of Ugbodo community comprising Ijala, Mabaro, Ajudaibo and Ogidigbe in the Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State have called on the government, or rather to the people, to ignore threats by the Gbaramatu community not to conduct the groundbreaking ceremony for the EPZ project. The Ugbodo community, who are mainly Ishakiris, also insist that there is no dispute as to where Ogidigbe is located. Our correspondent Olu Phillips reports.
Aggrieved faces, troubled hearts may better sum the atmosphere here in Ogidigbe Community Hall. What's the grouse? Last week, they expected to see A-class visitors led by Nigeria's president, but that didn't happen.
We call on Agbaramatu, his neighbors, to stop their threat of violence as the days of intimidating the Shekiris are over. We call on Mr. President to let his word be his bond and immediately fix a date for the groundbreaking ceremony of the Ogidigbe EPZ project.
It does appear that the long-awaited export promotion zone to be sited around here is emerged in dispute. To support their claim, here is the site for the planned groundbreaking ceremony that didn't hold. According to them, 2,860 hectares was acquired from them, spanning from Ajudiagbo to Ogidigbe, all in their Shakiri community.
I know very well that if this place is Gbaramatu, I cannot carry out this assessment. If this place is Yokini, I cannot carry out this assessment that I'm doing with you.
If this place belongs to the Jaws, what can they say? How can they say the local government secretariat should not be here? And why did they come here to burn this place if it's their land?
All we are asking is peace. That is our position in this issue.
We are here to plead to the president that he should come and do the breaking of the ground, because the ground belongs to Ugbodo people.
For the sake of economic advantage, the proposed Ogidigbe Industrial Park will have a fertilizer plant, a petrochemical plant, a central processing facility, a 350 megawatts power plant, a commercial and residential areas, and it's said to be the biggest in Africa. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Well, the Federal Executive Council has approved contract for the consultancy services and the feasibility study and design of lots 4, 5 and 6 of the Abuja Rail Mass Transit Network. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Senator Bala Mohammed, told State House correspondents after the meeting that the Council approved 272.7 million naira for the contract that has a completion period of 1 year. According to the FCT Minister, upon completion, the project will reduce traffic congestion, shorten journey distances, and reduce pressure on existing public transport services in the FCT.
First Bank.
Welcome to Business News. Well, the 36 state governments have requested to withdraw $2 billion from the country's $4.11 billion oil savings account to complete projects and provide security ahead of the 2015 general elections. According to the Accountant General of the Federation, Mr. Jonah Otunla, that this became necessary owing to the reduction in revenue distributed to the 3 tiers of government for the month of October. Revenue dropped to 593.33 billion naira in October, down from 603.5 billion naira received in September. Mr. Otunla also said that despite a sharp fall in global oil prices, The federal government revenue rose to 536.69 billion naira in October, owing to improvements in crude revenues. Well, the President will travel to London tomorrow, the 20th of this month, to preside over a meeting of Nigeria's Honorary International Investment Council, the HIIC, which opens in the United Kingdom on Friday. Deliberations at the HIIC meeting in London will focus on the current investment landscape in Nigeria, developments and opportunities in Nigeria's public infrastructure, among other issues. President Goodluck Jonathan will lead a delegation to the meeting, which will include key ministers such as the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Olusegun Aganga. They will be joined at the meeting by the coordinator of the HIIC, Baroness Linda Choka, and some other key members of the council, including Haruka Hayashi of the Mitsubishi Corporation, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, Mr. Jim Ovia, and some state governors. President Jonathan is expected back in Abuja, the nation's capital, on Sunday. The crude oil price held steady below $79 per barrel, even as all eyes are on OPEC's response to a drop in oil prices of nearly one-third in recent months. Brent was 3 cents higher at $78.50 per barrel after settling 84 cents lower in the previous session. The U.S. crude was down 31 cents at $74.30 per barrel. Nigeria may have started reaping from its local content law if the words of participants at the annual Nigerian Content Conference is anything to go by. The event, which opened in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital, is expected to dwell more on improving the achievements recorded so far. Our correspondent in Yenagoa reports that this is the 4th edition of the conference, with the theme Achieving Nigerian Content in Today's Operating Environment. The 3-day event is expected to inform participants of various ways of improving the economy while achieving Nigerian content. Well, the equities market continued a downward swing as the oil share index dropped 2.17% on Wednesday. Well, here's Chris Ilems with the rest of the figures.
Welcome to Stock Market Report. The slide at the Nigeria stock market continued on Wednesday as the oil share index shed 2.17% to close at 34,145.79. The loss was owing to the decline in the share prices of some blue chips. This was led by Dangote Cement with 9 naira 74 kobo. It was followed by Julius Berger with 3 naira 36 kobo and USCN with 2 naira 30 kobo. On the advances table, Seplat gained 10 naira 70 kobo. Other gainers include Presco with 50 kobo and Champion Breweries with 46 kobo. On the volume chart, FBN Holding led, pulling 43.9 million shares ahead of Cornerstone Insurance with 35 million units. At the end of the trading session, investors exchanged 3.3 billion naira for 268.2 million shares. That's Stock Market Report. I'm Chris Ilems.
And that's a wrap on business news. Lamin will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
Well, still ahead on the news at 10, South Africa stops Nigeria's Super Eagles from defending the AFCON title. Stay with us.